Before we begin, thank you very much to Jacob L. for joining my Patreon campaign. Very appreciated. Thank you so much for helping the channel keep going. I really do appreciate it. You guys are doing a lot for me right now. I will make it up. I will get you everything that I can in return. The Beast Wars episode reviews will continue this week, and hopefully that means next week we'll start in on Beast Machines. I'm doing it differently this time, so hopefully it'll ramp up the speed of the production, so we'll actually get them out a lot more quickly. So it won't, no gap. When I do Beast Machines, it's all just gonna be one long run. We're not gonna do any weird hiatus anymore. But thank you guys for the faith. It will all get done. Okay, news roundup. And by the way, I apologize for last week. I forgot what video I was filming. I didn't put the right intro in. We fix it this time, hopefully. So, let's start by going over the week's worth of Transformers news that is worth learning about, and we are going to start with a picture of Waffles. Why are we starting with a picture of Waffles? Because we have not one, not two, not three, but four new collabs that have appeared in computer listings. Now, I was going to do this as a separate video, but really all we can do is speculate because we literally have nothing to go on other than these code names. So, for instance, one of them is Project JoJo. It's 2 per case. Now, Project JoJo, it's not going to be JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's not that JoJo. This is not a JoJo reference. That'd be way too, forward. That'd be way too up front. All these code names have been something really, really loosely connected. Like Project Yellow was the Tonkinator. So just the color yellow being associated with a toy line. So what is it? JoJo's associated with dogs. That's what Black Arachne used to call Silverbolt. JoJo brings to mind like Mojo Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls. That's a really unlikely. But I really can't. And being 2 per case, it's likely a Voyager. So I'm not. That's eluding me. A Voyager or larger. So I'm not quite up on that one yet. I'm figuring that one out. Project Waffles, 4 per case. So we're looking at a deluxe. Someone mentioned it before, and yeah, the only pop culture thing I can think of with an association with waffles would be Stranger Things. That would make a lot of sense for Transformers to do if they could find something that, if they could find a vehicle. Now, it could be a case of, we're using the robot mode to homage a character and they're just going to transform into something arbitrary. That's something to be done too. I could absolutely see a Demogorgon Transformer at some point. I'm not sure what mold you'd use out there that would work. At 4 per case is either a Voyager or a Deluxe. I will admit, I don't know how big these are going to be or how many are per case. I just assume 2 per case is either going to be a Voyager or Leader. 4 per case is either going to be a Deluxe or Voyager. That's a loose guess. Project Island is a lot of things. It could potentially be a lot of things. It could be a Survivor crossover for all I know. The thought that came to my head was Jurassic Park, but that's because they already did a Jurassic Park collab. But their anniversary is coming up, and that's when they like to do these collabs, is when there's an anniversary going on. And it's weird because the license is held by Mattel, so there's got to be some level of cooperation between Hasbro and Mattel to actually make that happen. So it'd be, obviously it worked the first time. I don't know if you can get it to work a second time. I don't know if that's a one and done thing or not. And then Francis. So, the thought that came to my head was the scene in Deadpool with Deadpool spelling out the name Francis in bodies. So, I could actually see this being a Deadpool Transformer. Someone else had a suggestion that Francis is a gender-neutral name that is also a different way of saying Frank. So, potentially Frankenstein, if they wanted to continue the Universal horror monsters they started with Dracula. Now, Dracula makes sense because he turns into a bat, and we have a mold for that. I don't know what you do with Frankenstein. I genuinely don't know. But it's a potential. It's one of those things that's fun to speculate on, but we literally have the most vague of clues to go by. So maybe not the best to go with. But hey, we can speculate, and speculating's fun. All right, let's move on to something a little bit more substantial. We actually know these. So, there is a rumor going around that we have listings for Transformers Reactivate's toy line being released in October. The estimated release date is October 1st. That could be a placeholder, so we don't actually know. And of course, all of the release dates lately have been really sketchy. I've got things on the way that weren't supposed to come out for another 2 months. So, this actually flies in the face of my previous theory. So, the listing is for Transformers Shine, because that was one of the previous names of the game. For a Voyager Optimus and a Deluxe Soundwave, 3 per case. And then another case, which is Voyager Starscream and a Deluxe Bumblebee. I was actually under the assumption that Reactivate stuff would be released under Studio Series in their Gamer Edition line. But this would actually indicate we're getting 2 packs as like specialty releases instead, which would make sense. It makes sense, but like there's so many sublines out right now, just like I would hate to throw another one out there, but apparently they're going to. Apparently it's going to be its own thing. But this is like, if they're doing it based in 2 packs like this, it might really limit how many characters in that cast we actually get. So hope for your favorites when the game comes out, because I'm not sure we're going to get a lot of them, unless these do like killer numbers. But for now, we know we're getting 4, and we should be getting them in the fall. So we'll keep an eye out. That would probably mean somewhere in the next, give another couple months, I think we'll have seen all of these. All right. Things that are tangible, things that we can actually see. There's a bunch of in-hand shots of the new Generation 2 lineup with Toxitron, Jazz, who really should have a new name. Yeah, these still look really, really cool. Like, I've gotten this mold twice now. I'm not a huge fan of the mold. I don't think I'm a big enough fan to go for it a 3rd time just to get Toxitron, but I don't mind it. It still looks cool. I like the color combo, and I like that they're going with this super flashy Unreleased G2 aesthetic. I think that is really cool. I also think it's cool they figured out how to actually work in G2 Jazz's shoulder cannon, just reusing some spare accessories. So that's actually a nice little touch too. But yeah, these are growing on me like a fungus. These are growing on me like a bright neon green fungus. This is growing on me. I do like that, like, they gave no attention to the Matrix whatsoever. It's just a translucent orange Matrix, no paint, no detail, no nothing. Toxitron doesn't get a Matrix. He gets a piece of like butterscotch candy in the shape of a Matrix. That's all he gets. We got Cloud Cover too, the only one that got a new name. I'm still under the impression all the G2 repaints should get a new name because they never came out, and it's a great way of introducing a new character. I still like his still is like the most calm color scheme of all of them. It's not a bad color scheme, and maybe not one that I would go after. Again, I think all of this is probably going to be for me. Like maybe if they hit discount, I would start picking these up. Trying not to get as many repaints these days. You can see from the shot here, yeah, they tried really hard to get this really close to what the original design looked like. Like they did a really good job, like capturing this G2 like artwork aesthetic. I'm really eager. I'm really eager to see the others in there. Man, this is going to be noticeable on a toy aisle. I don't care what's going on in the toy aisles when this comes out. This is going to be noticeable. So keep on the lookout, but don't look too hard. You might go blind. But this is cool. This is cool. I still think this, even if I'm not huge on the overall appearance, I still think this is a really cool idea. All right. Moving into the movie stuff now. Rhinox Smash Changer. We got our first look at it, and big surprise. It just kind of looks like him leaned over with a rhino head overhead. So as Smash Changers go, we've seen Optimus and we've seen Primals. This one seems like it's doing the least. It seems like it's the easiest one for them to have done. But it does give us some idea of Rhinox from the movie. He does have a head similar to his original. The chin is much reduced. He doesn't have that gigantic chin from the original. But it does give you like some semblance of an idea. They got another shot of the Primal as well. The hand in the shot gives you an idea of how big these are, i.e. not as big as I thought, not as big as I expected them to be. I still think the smash changing gimmick is actually cool and interesting. If they do the right character, if I'm drawn enough to a character in the movie after I watch it, I wouldn't mind picking up one of these just to see, just mess with a function myself. It might be like a good stress toy. Like, instead of, like, rolling a ball around or spinning a fidget spinner or something like that. Oh, I have a robot now. That might be fun. So, more movie product on the lookout. Yeah, this is apparently getting close. This stuff's starting to get close. I'll talk about that here in a second. So, do you remember Neza Transformers? Neza is a popular Chinese story, and the main character got a Transformer toy in like some weird subline it was packaged like Cyberverse stuff, but it was a completely new toy. It had something akin to a Brainmaster gimmick. Well, not Brainmaster, but like the actual like human Neza could fit inside the robot. But this was like 2019 we first heard about Neza Transformers, and now we're just now getting this, which is concept art from the cartoon that may have never come out. We never actually heard of any of this coming out. Do like the Kamehameha they're about to throw, though. That's fun. But yeah, we got concept art of all these other characters that we never saw toys of these either. These characters are designed for the show. Yeah. Now, on the back of the box for the Neza Transformer, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly because I have no animation to tell me if it's the correct pronunciation, but the idea behind it was, the idea behind it was it's supposed to be like this big multimedia thing. They did the Neza Transformer. They did a couple building block sets that actually looked really good. They actually made really good-looking Transformer characters. But the box art had two other characters that were due in the line, but we never saw them. And I think they're in this artwork. Without color, it's hard to tell. But yeah, we see how the character was supposed to work, how the flaming kicks were going to work, projectile attacks. They had a lot conceived. And here's this one. I assume a female design, but I actually really like the look of this character. I have no idea what they turn into, but they look really cool. I actually really like this like green and pink combination they got going on here. I really like this. I would not mind a toy of that. So it's all this stuff. It's all this production work that they obviously did for the show. But here we are, like over 3 years later, and we still don't even know if the show ever came out. So maybe it still is. Maybe this is proof that they're still working on it. Maybe it's still going to be a thing. We don't know. But it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. We have I've not talked about this since News Roundup began. That's how long we've been waiting for this to happen. So the smallest of updates, but at least there's still a little bit of traction going on. If that weird sect of Transformers happens, I don't know. I'll kind of be surprised at this point, if I'm being completely honest. All right, in things that haven't come out yet, Agora Models just announced their Optimus Prime. It is a 38-inch die-cast model kit. Okay, look at this thing. Look at this thing. This is gorgeous. This is absolutely amazing. It is a stylized Optimus Prime, but it's not stylized too much. It's still in the realm I really like. At 38 inches, it's almost a foot taller than him. So you know how big a Unicron is? One foot up from that. 1 foot up from that. So you see the figures I have pinned to the wall right there? So it's Unicron plus that, and then maybe a couple inches more after that. That's gonna be a gigantic Optimus Prime. So this is a mail-away model kit company. So the way it works is you pay a first installment, which I believe is like $75, and then every month after, you are paying $150 to get the rest, to get like the next box of parts. Overall, it will take you a year to get all of the parts, and and to be able to complete the model. And yeah, and the total of it is going to be over $1,100. No, it's higher than that. It's higher than that. What did I calculate? No, way over 11. Oh my God, that was a different number in my head for a different thing. No. The total price of this is going to be $1,725. Here's the thing. I'm not going to lie. I'm almost tempted, which is a really bad thing for me to be tempted by. But you know what it comes down to? It comes down to I'm making my bills pretty easily right now. Thank you to my patrons again. And my car got paid off last year. So like I don't have like that. I do have space to absorb a monthly bill in my life. And I'm just thinking about how good this would look down at the toy shop. Just as a centerpiece. Like if I get the toy shop owner to go half and half on me and we split the cost just so this can sit and be pretty in the store, I might go for that. But that's a pie in the sky thing. Like I don't know like where I'm going to be financially in another year. That's the hard thing about things like this. The company, one, if the company goes bankrupt within a year, do I still get the rest of my parts? And number two, where am I going to be financially? I don't know. Like my finances today are completely different than how they were a year ago. So I don't know. I'm mulling it over, but that's a real hard calculate. All right. So as I said, the Rise of the Beast stuff is getting close. Here's how close it's getting. People are starting to find the pegs. So typically when these pegs are out and ready, this means that they are on the way to the stores. Like they are expecting them soon, like within the next week or two. Spotted in a major in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And let's see, so we have Power Step figures for $10.99, Spark Racer for $8.99, Power Battlers for $6.99. I assume those are like the little animals to turn into weapons, like the little weaponizer style ones. And Power Alliance $15.99, which I assume is like Scorponok with his animal weaponizer thing. That would mean that the Scorponok size, like simple figure, would be the $10.99, and then the Power Battler would be the $6.99. So like your Power Alliance would be like the discount between getting them both together. That's kind of where my brain's going. Spark Racers, I have no idea. I don't know. This is another random one. This is where I love Transformers these days. I love Transformers all the days. But this is how I love it because it's been almost 40 years and we still have things being uncovered and we still have new mysteries to unravel. So this is super cool. We found artwork, well actually Transformers at the Moon, found artwork of an Action Master Optimus Prime that was never released. And apparently this would have been an Action Master Elite transforming Optimus Prime in the Power Master, or in the Action Master category. So you see these massive wheels that are they're like twice the size of his chest, and you get the semblance. You can see a little bit here in the upper left. Like we don't get the front of the vehicle, but we can see where like the idea was. So the legs are the trailer, and then these big wheels take up the space in between. So yeah, it'd be a very simplistic transformation. Obviously, it'd be a bit Action Master Elite. But it would make this really bizarre, gigantic wheeled Optimus Prime. And we had other design templates for it. Here it is with the wheels on the outsides, and then these gigantic shoulder cannons. So it still transforms quite the same way, but it's going to be a little bit cleaner because the arms aren't hanging out the side. And the robot mode is not obstructed. This actually looks way more like Power Master Optimus Prime. You can see the inner cab sunken in and the extra windows on the sides. So now it's Power Master, Action Master, Elite Optimus Prime. That's what we're going for here. And then, yeah, apparently this would have come with like this whole power turret setup thing. So like this was going to be a super ambitious figure if it ever came out. This is the kind of thing that I thought would have made Action Masters more interesting. I feel like when the idea was just add in more accessories and make it more action figure like, or make it more action figure like with articulation and accessories. This is the kind of thing that would have kept the Transformer vibe in them. Well, this more than the other one. I definitely prefer this as an idea. So this is not bad. This is not bad. I like this. I kind of wish something like this would have happened. But we got what we got, and that's it. But it's cool that stuff like this still comes up. You know, it's 2023, and we're still finding out Action Masters that never came out. Figure that one out. All right. More evidence that Rise of the Beast is on the way. The posters are also hanging up. Should have talked about this one after the pegs, but, you know, whatever. But yeah, the posters are up. You can actually go to your theater and see Optimus and Primal in their gigantic printed glory. More indication. Oh, it's just creeping up on us. Creeping up on us. June's almost here. It's almost time for me to go to the movies and talk about this another live action movie for you guys. It's been a while, hasn't it? But we'll see. We'll see. Like, I am getting cautiously optimistic. I'm actually happy. A lot of people I talked to at the toy store about this actually seem like excited for the movie. So maybe there is some good buzz going on. Maybe we are coming into like, you know, like a Bumblebee-esque enjoyable movie, but at the budget that Michael Bay got, which would be great, really. All right. Authentics has a new offering, which is one of the more bizarre looking things that I've seen in a long time. So this is an Authentics Optimus Prime Racer. Not an e-racer, a racer, which basically just means it's a pullback car. So I was like, it's half transformed. You pull it back, it speeds forward. It's a toy for a small child. So nothing really shocking here. What's weird to me is that they included the panel that would have actually been like the fender, like where the wheel has to fit against his arm when he transforms. Except one, it's already here. He already has it down. He already has the fender down there over his tire. And two, it's upside down. So I'm not sure they send the best and the brightest when they design things for Authentics. But it is another little thing for you oddball collectors out there. And speaking of oddball things, we're going to wrap up with something coming out in Taiwan. In Taiwan, I apologize. Yeah, there are official Transformers branded face masks. There's an Optimus version. There is a Bumblebee version, and it's just, you know, what you would think. It's face masks for kids that are covered in Transformer logos and emblems and characters, etc. I still wear a mask when I'm at the toy shop and when I'm out, like for a lot of reasons, for new reasons these days. But yeah, like I would if this was an adult thing, I would absolutely buy into these. But yeah, it's probably the oddest thing that comes up, which means it finishes the video, and it means I finished the news roundup. So thank you guys for watching. As always, I do appreciate it that you come to me to get caught up on your news for the week in Transformers. Thank you guys for watching and supporting. Remember, the like and subscribe buttons are free, and they help me out a lot too. Thank you. I will see you next time. Guys, I am facing the most powerful enemy any YouTuber can face, the algorithm, and I need your help to defeat him. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. Every time you do, we attack that algorithm and we drive it back until it can no longer defeat this channel. Thank you very much.